Okay, let's get started. We've got to discuss this environmental issue, climate change. In particular, we've got to discuss the effects of climate change, okay? We've got these questions here and this definition of climate change. Shall I read it?
Yes.
Okay. Climate change is a change in global climate patterns apparent from the mid to late 20th century onwards, attributed largely to the increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossil fuels. Anyway, we've spent quite a lot of time discussing what causes climate change, who's responsible and all of that. Now, our first question asks us to think of examples of the effects of climate change.
Well, first there are severe storms.
Okay, but can you explain to everyone what you mean by that?
Everyone should know what I mean. Like Hurricane Katrina. Everyone said it was made worse by climate change.
Thanks. Lee? Any other examples?
Sorry.
What about excess fishing in the ocean?
No, we're not talking about overuse of our resources. That's another issue. We want another example of the effects of climate change.
But thanks, Alex. The issue you brought up is definitely part of the effect humans are having on the environment. But it's not exactly what we're talking about just now. I was thinking of drought. Apparently, at least in Australia, there will be a 20% increase in the number of hot, dry days.
Actually, that's not true. I read there'll be an increase in intense rainfall. Hold on.
No, that's irrelevant. We're not talking intensity of rainfall. We're talking about the number of hot, dry days, and that is definitely one of the effects of climate change.
Okay, that's true. But actually, both things are true. There will be more drought, but in some areas, the intensity of rainfall will increase, leading to floods. Lee, any ideas?
I don't know.
Come on, Lee, you've got to be able to think of something.
I'm thinking about what Jane said about both droughts and floods. Isn't it true there could be more extreme weather, like terrible fires, floods, and severe storms?
I already said severe storms. I said that at the very beginning.
Well, yes, but I think Lee is focusing on the extreme nature of many different weather events. Thanks, Lee.
Hey, what about rising sea levels? That will have a huge effect on some island nations.
Yes, let's add that. That's a very good example. Now let's look at the next question we have to discuss. What are the most effective measures we can take to combat climate change? Well, I think that focusing on renewable energy sources is a major one. What's your opinion, Alex?
Huh? Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh my God.